All right, students, so as we look at this, here is your cultural country project. You're each going to have your own country. We're going to have this be a big jigsaw puzzle approach to looking at countries in specific nature. So when you look at this, you will have your own country versus everyone else having their own. You're going to look at others' presentations because you're going to post them on It's Learning, and you will get a grade for making comments about that as well. So your overall project, the assignment, okay, we have a base of where the countries are. Now we want to look at what they are. What's their culture? What's different about each of the 23 different Spanish-speaking countries, or the 21 and the 2 outliers? There are a few of you that will get a region or possibly a city as opposed to a country, so there is a different approach that you will take, but you'll have the same basic understanding. Your task is to use the internet to research various topics. Okay, I've listed all of these different topics for you right here. There are 12 different things you need to include. If you're doing a PowerPoint, you can think of this as pages. Same with Prezi, or if you use Glockster, different segments of your poster. It does not matter. But what you need to make sure that you do is get all of the information and post it online. You will be posting this electronically, and you are actually posting it twice. The first time will be the actual assignment. That's where I will end up putting your grade, as well as on Progress Book. The second time you're going to post it in the discussion board where I've posted it. There are two different places. So if you look at this on It's Learning, this is the actual assignment. You would click Submit Answer. This is your discussion board. You will post it in here as a new thread. Just post the link so that others can view it. So as you go through this, you're also going to record it. Okay? It needs to be visually appealing. Your performance and presentation will count. So how you speak, whether you know the knowledge or not, you're going to have the notes in front of you. So use them. Okay? You should have pictures, videos, music, sounds. You're going to put links in there. You can put YouTube clips. You can put all kinds of joyous wonders on your presentation to make me enjoy looking at as well as others. Because keep in mind, I'm going to look at 74 of these and grade them. So you want me to be in a good mood when I grade yours. So enhance your project, but don't make it tacky. Okay? You don't need the bullet gun sound for every single point that you make out there. Okay? That will just annoy me. It's due October 16th, which means you need to submit it by October 16th. I believe I set that time as 7 o'clock a.m. So, an introduction, key in on the fact that you need to include a specific picture of the geographical location, and then you also need the flag on there. If you have a city, there are city flags at times, or you could just put the country. Geography, you're talking about where it is and what's around it. Culinary, food, okay? Typical food. That can be traditional. Okay, that can be modern. What are they doing? What agricultural products do they grow? Okay, for instance, Cuba, sugarcane, absolutely is a huge, huge agricultural product. See if you can find the fast food. Some of those will be fast food you find in the United States. Others will be different. When they eat, okay, in general, you're going to have to try hard. That'll be a hard one for you to find. And then make sure you describe in detail a popular dish. Clothing. What's the traditional, okay, versus the modern? For some of these countries, that might be very similar. For others, okay, specifically Spain, that is vastly different. Demographics. Demographics, you are going to want to look at, in all likelihood, this website. CIA.gov, okay, has a fact sheet for every country, and it has demographics. A demographic is statistics. So as you look at that, that's your poverty rate, how many people are considered poor, literacy rate, how many people can read and write, what currency do they use, what's the current population. Include at least one graph as a visual. Government. What type of government does the country have? How long has it been in place? How does it run? Is it stable? Is there opposition to the government? Are there rebels? Okay. Is the government good or bad? Music. Include samples. Okay. You can link to a YouTube clip. Please make sure the YouTube clip is appropriate, okay, for the classroom, as other people will be viewing it. of popular music and traditional music. Also include different artists. Yeah, you can do artists that are descendants of people from that country. For instance, Pitbull could be put on for, I believe, the Dominican Republic or Puerto Rico. But his parents or he is from one of those two countries. Those are absolutely fine. Okay, as well as traditional instruments. Okay, unique traditional instruments. Famous people. Okay, pictures, short explanation, no less than 2 sentences. Okay, of 3 different people that are famous. Okay, try to find culturally important famous people. Not just this person was known for designing a type of clothing. Okay, let's get good, famous people that are well known. Holidays and traditions. Okay, yes, you can use their Independence Day if you want. Okay, but I'm not looking for Labor Day necessarily as their holiday. I'm looking for their famous, unique cultural holidays. So for a lot of countries, La Semana Santa is a religious holiday that's celebrated kind of like Mardi Gras. Lots of parades, bright colors, costumes, a lot of different things going on. Okay, find the cool stuff. Tourist attractions, more cool stuff. If you went to this country, what would you go see? What is awesome? What I learned. This is more than just, well, I learned a lot about the culture of this country, and I found it to be interesting. Actually, attribute this to something that relates to you. Okay? What you learn, and also works cited page. The works cited page does not have to be an MLA format or ALA format. It just needs to be keeping track of your sources. It does not need to be anything fancy or amazing. So you grade it, 5 points for all these different pieces of information. There's a little bit of rubric there. Your actual presentation counts. And those are some of the things. Glogster.com, you need to create an account for. Same with Prezi.com. One of my screencasts for the other class will be going through at least one of these. A couple websites that are good, and this is what I'm using to do my screencast. So that, in a nutshell, is your project.